Hi, it's Colin Cowherd. I started The Volume to bring you some of the most authentic voices in sports. While you're here, make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks. I'm going to start with the Cowboys-Niners. First of all, the last 3 minutes of that football game was how not to manage the clock. First, Jimmy G. Dude, you've been in this league long enough. On 4th and inches, he didn't have the wherewithal intellectually to wait for Trent Williams to get set. I mean, Jesus, that's high school football stuff. That's the knock on Jimmy G. Simply put, he's talented, he's a gamer, but upstairs, you just can't trust him. He makes really dumb decisions. That was a bonehead play. It would have sealed the game. There would have been no tension at the end like there was. So that's why you got to move off Jimmy G. I think he's a gamer. I think if I was, a Pittsburgh Steelers team and I could get him for a couple of years and draft a college kid, but he above the shoulders, it's not talent. Jimmy can move a little. Jimmy can throw. Talent-wise, to me, he's on par with Dak Prescott, who just got the bag, and better than Kirk Cousins, and in the same class with Derek Carr. But it's above the shoulders where Jimmy G drives the 49ers staff crazy. It's one of the smartest organizations in sports, and at times, Jimmy G can be an airhead. Secondly, I'm not exactly sure what Dak Prescott was doing when he ran the ball with no timeouts left. Again, that's just basic stuff. Tony Romo was obsessed with him handing the ball to the official. You don't have timeouts left. They were throwing the ball successfully. That made no sense at all. And again, Dak's got too many starts in this league to make that mistake. Listen, the Cowboys ended up with 14, 15 penalties? That's egregious. And I think when you look at the Cowboys season, and this is sort of how I felt going into the playoffs, I predicted they'd be a wild card team, one and done. And I predicted San Francisco would beat them. 28-27 was my prediction. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, you got to have an A somewhere. You got to have an A as a coach or an A as a quarterback. But McCarthy, to me, is B to B minus, and Dak is a B to a B plus. And in the end, Shanahan's an A, Jimmy's a B to a B minus, but the A won. I think you have to look long and hard, if you're the Cowboys, at moving Kellen Moore up to be the head coach and Mike McCarthy in an advisory role. Jerry Jones historically has given coaches a longer leash than I would have on several occasions. I mean, he gave Jason Garrett a lot of time. He gave Chan Gailey 3 years. He gave Barry Switzer more time than I would have. In fact, I think Barry Switzer wanted out more than Jimmy initially wanted him out. But I think you have to consider that. Also, the two teams in the NFC East that we thought were okay, no, they were sort of hot garbage too. The Eagles were awful, and Dallas played overwhelmingly poor football against the Niners. All right, so let's go Saturday back to every game except the Cowboy game. Bengals-Raiders. I like the Bengals to win and cover, mostly because I thought the Raiders' defense was on the field for 88 plays against the Chargers. I thought they were spent. And against the Bengals in the second half, I thought their offense looked tired. They struggled to get a push at times, and I thought their defense looked gassed. Joe Burrow is a really special player. I do think for the Bengals, though, I think this is the end of the road. I think it takes steps to get where you want to go when it comes to the NBA or NFL playoffs. And I sort of feel like now winning the division was overachieving. Winning a playoff game against the wild card team wasn't, but I don't see the Bengals as a team that could beat a Kansas City or beat a Buffalo. Or Tennessee. I don't think that's a great matchup. So I think this is the end of the road for the Bengals. Baby steps, but I think they have a chance to dominate this division for the next decade if Zach Taylor and Burrow continue along their ascending paths. Buffalo, New England, bit of a shocker. I've called Josh Allen the Mike Tyson of NFL quarterbacks. He's flawed. He has bad fights and bad rounds. But if you're not prepared for him athletically, he is devastating. He is a knockout artist. And I thought Mac Jones was okay. But the truth was the Bills didn't punt. It was touchdown, 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 drive after drive after drive. And we all know Bill Belichick is smart, but this New England team was largely comprised of the same stuff Brady had for 20 years. Great special teams, great coaching, great defense, excellent run game, above average offensive line, and pretty average weapons. That's overwhelmingly what Brady dealt with. Now, there were a couple of years with Randy Moss and obviously Gronk and Aaron Hernandez in their prime. But by and large, Brady always had lesser weapons on the perimeter than other great quarterbacks, certainly than Peyton Manning, certainly now than a Patrick Mahomes. But the difference is Brady could extend those drives. Third downs became first downs. The leadership, the preparation, the number of plays you could run. Bill Belichick is still a great coach. I would not be shocked. I'm not predicting it. I would not be shocked if Belichick says, we elevated Mac Jones' value. We could move Mac Jones. There are 9 teams desperate for a quarterback. Somebody would take Mac Jones if in turn Belichick, 70 years old or close, could get a veteran quarterback. I think that's something to keep your eye on. Take the Lambeau leap and join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com with the code Colin. 20% off and free shipping. Listen, they've got the Performance Package 4.0. You'll find the Signature Lawnmower 4.0, electric trimmer designed to trim hair or loose skin. The advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks. It comes equipped with a 4,000K LED spotlight. A grooming routine isn't complete without applying Crop Preserver, deodorant, and Crop Reviver. To complete the set, Manscaped threw in their Shed Travel Bag anti-chafing boxer briefs as free gifts to keep your goodies stored comfortably. Be sure to go to manscaped.com. Manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping. Promo code's Colin. Tame that playoff beard in your pants. 20% off. Free shipping. Manscaped.com. Eagles at Tampa. I had said all year I was shocked at Nick Sirianni and the production of Jalen Hurts. And they've got really good first-round picks. And I said, I'm not going to take a quarterback. But boy, that was an ugly one. And what you're concerned with is not just that the Eagles lost, it's how the Eagles lost. I mean, they didn't throw to a wide receiver. They didn't have plus yards to a wide receiver for a majority of the first half. And I'm talking all up until about the last couple of minutes of the first half. Devontae Smith had a catch, I believe. This is a very run-first, tight end-centric offense. Now, the problem with that, of course, is when you play average teams and you can control the line of scrimmage, it's fine. You play with a lead. When you fall behind highly explosive offenses and you play from 2-3 touchdowns down, that offense doesn't work. So again, Jalen Hurts could come back next year as the Eagles starter, and I wouldn't be completely shocked. But you can't tell me that Howie Roseman, the GM of Philadelphia, a deal maker from day one in this league, is not going to kick the tires on Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and make calls on Aaron Rodgers. You look around this league right now. What do I always say my criticism of Baker Mayfield? He's great with a lead. He's great throwing on 3rd and 2. But you get to these playoff games, you're playing from behind. Dak Prescott's playing from behind. Jalen Hurts is playing from behind. Derek Carr is playing from behind. That's the separation between guys you build around and guys you currently employ. I think Howie Roseman looks at Jalen Hurts and says, hey, we got to the playoffs in his first full year of starting. There's an argument to be made, even though it's an awful division, they overachieved. But again, if you're Philadelphia, you have a recent Super Bowl, what's the goal here? getting into the playoffs or winning the division. I think they'll kick the tires on those big-name quarterbacks on the market. And Howie Roseman's the kind of guy, he'll give up 5 first-round picks. He'll give those up to get a Deshaun or a Russell Wilson.